Hi, and welcome to Business as Usual. I'm Daneen O'Donnell, and today I am in downtown Mars with Heather Sprague from Novel Bread Company. And Heather, I walked in here and right away I wanted to just take a chair and move right in. So tell us, whatever gave you the idea to become involved in this bread company? How'd you get into bread?
I've been kind of doing it on and off as a hobby for about 20 years. And then I wanted to change my career. I knew I wanted to start a business, and it just sort of clicked into place that bread was where I wanted to be. And then the other aspect of it is I wanted to figure out a way where I could read books still, because I knew once you start a business, you won't have time to read a book. So
That's true.
Now it's part of my business plan. I have to read books to be able to come up with some ideas, because a lot of my breads are inspired from the books I've read.
Well, I looked around in here and I see a lot of books and hence the name, I'd imagine, Novel Bread Company. And I love the way you combined the two. Now, I see all of your breads. Let's start with those.
Yeah.
So tell us what's special about your breads.
So first of all, I do everything is sourdough. And so it's better for you. It has more flavor. The ingredients are already better because I use Frankfurt Farms specialty flours, Frankfurt Farms over in Saxonburg.
Okay.
And then the other aspect is I try to come up with novel combinations. So when I tell people about my store, I say it's novel flavor combinations and novel inspiration. So I try to create an experience, not just creating bread, but a whole experience around having a loaf of bread.
So how do you find, when you say a novel experience, how do you find some of your recipes and come up with some of your ideas?
It'll just be, I'll be reading a story because I read a lot of novels, and there'll be either a reference to a bread, like I read Gentleman in Moscow, and there were several references to black bread. So I thought, black bread, what's black bread? And then I research it. Or there will be times where there will be a flavor combination, and I find that interesting, or a reference to an aroma, and I'll try to create that in a bread. So like I have my fireside bread, and it has the flavors and the aroma of being by the fire.
Oh, that's how. And I see lots of books and novels sitting around here. So are they things that people come in and borrow, or they can sit here and read, or what's the story with the books? Pardon the pun.
Well, the books are available for sale, and they're all personally curated, which means I myself have read them, and they've come from recommendations from customers, or they're stories that sound interesting to me. And if I think they're really good, I carry them in the store, and also if they've inspired a bread.
Very cool. Well, I can tell some of them I've read and I really enjoyed them. So you must have the same taste.
Yes.
How often, what are your hours here?
I'm open Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I alter the hours on Saturday during the farmer's market season so that I can be open while the Mars farmer's market is going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I notice when I look around in here, I not only see the breads and novels, but I see a lot of other things too. So what other kinds of things can people expect to find in here when they come in?
Oh, lots of fun food themed things. So I have infused maple syrups. Like I have one that has edible glitter in it. I have honeys, local honeys. I have book-themed teas. I do different spreads. I use a lot of local products, and then I add other things in. And I'm always looking for more unique things. So that changes all the time, too. So it's a unique experience every time they come in.
And how do you make this connection with other people in the area that provide some of these ingredients and things?
I used to work for the Enchanted Olive, so I got connected with a lot of people that way. And then just through doing my business, I've been doing this for 6.5 years. And so I've done farmers markets. I've met a lot of vendors that way and try to use as many of those resources. Through friends, just everywhere, because I'm a big supporter of shopping local. So I use a lot of the local ingredients too.
So you make many different kinds of breads that I see are for sale here. Do you also take any kind of special orders? I saw in the pictures really like Halloween things, and I saw a little, what's it, a hedgehog up
Yes.
there I saw.
Yeah, it
So
is.
tell us some of those things that you do.
Yeah, so I do special orders. People can go on my website, novelbreads.com, and they can pre-order breads ahead. And I do a rotating menu so that it changes all the time. And then when the holidays come along, I have lots of options that they can choose from. I also do special requests, like over Christmas, I had a lot of people request babulki to make
Okay.
a special Slovak tradition, Christmas Eve tradition. I've had people order bread to make their own customized breadboards. So I get very creative with that, and I like to customize it for the customer.
Now I notice you're located right here, kind of on the square, right in downtown
Right.
Mars. How can people find out more about you?
A couple different ways. So they can go to my website. They can also go to Facebook, which is really where I'm very active. I promote anything from what breads I have on the menu to also events, activities. I host a food themed book club. I'm doing a class for Valentine's Day on using bread as an ingredient. So that's where they can find out the most information. Instagram, if they're looking to find out beautiful pictures of my breads and the different books I read.
Now that makes me a little curious about your book club. How
Yes.
does that work? Do you have that here at the store or?
During the nice weather. So I have the breezeway, and it's actually perfect during the summer because we put out the long tables, everybody sits outside under the stars, and we dine while we talk about the books that we're reading.
That sounds wonderful.
It is. It's a lot of fun. And we've had also been able to have local authors here during that summer season. So they come and we dine with them, and then they go and do a presentation about their book.
Okay. And Heather, I have to say, the place is adorable, and I can't wait to take some of these breads home and sample them. So, folks, if you have never been here, I encourage you to come to downtown Mars and check out Novel Bread Company. I know you're going to find some books that you love to read and some delicious breads. For Armstrong, this has been Daneen O'Donnell with Business as Usual. Thanks for watching this episode of Business as Usual. If you want to see more, just click on the playlist button up here. To keep up to date with all the shows from the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel, you can click on the subscribe button down here. See you next time.